Hello and welcome to Cherries Player. We're up here at the Balfour Suite to talk away trips with a man who's done plenty himself, Mr. Steve Fletcher.
How
Steve, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
How you
good.
doing?
Plenty of away trips.
Yes.
I think over 500 in my career.
So, the one thing that you always take on an away trip, absolutely vital every single time.
Well, I played for 24 years, so there was no such thing as iPods and iPads when I first started. I mean, we used to bring movies along, so I used to bring the movies with Neil Moss. And when there were bad ones, I'd just blame it on Mossy. He got a reputation, Mossy, of having a bad movie. He'd bring some rascals. But I like my music. I listen to my music on my iPad, on my iPod. But I like to join in the banter. You know, a bit of music, a bit of both, really. I don't sit there for 4 or 5 hours just consumed in my electronic devices. I don't want to do that. I like to have a bit of banter because you've got to have camaraderie. And the lads are, like to wind the lads up at the front by throwing things at them, like they did last season. So you got Mark Pugh, Wes Fogden, Shawnee Mack sat in the middle of the coach. And yeah, the boys at the back throwing things at them. So usual culprits, Harry Arter, Josh McCoy, Simon Francis, Lewis Graben.
So you weren't one of the ones at the back?
No, I was actually being the older statesman and a bit more experienced and mature, apparently. I was telling them to stop it, but Harry Arter doesn't listen, so he just did what he wanted.
Okay, so if there's a seat next to you, who do you think would be the worst person to take it? If you've just gone to Carlisle, you've got to come all the way back down to Bournemouth.
In all the years I've been here?
Yeah, who do you not want to sit? Really?
Yeah, without a doubt. You just don't know what he's going to do. He'll either be naked, or he'll be throwing water over everybody, he'll be doing something stupid, you don't know what he could be doing. With Wally, you could never drop to sleep as well. If you wanted a 10-minute nap, not a chance. Wally would be doing something. He was a nightmare, but he was great in the fact he kept everybody's spirits high. You know, he was great for banter, but there was sometimes you just wanted him to switch off. Yeah. And you could never get that with Wally. He was relentless. So he would definitely be one I wouldn't want at the back, but unfortunately, he wanted to be exactly like me at the back, looking forward, causing chaos. Yeah, I have some funny memories of Wally.
Have you got a particular memory you can share with us?
Well, I've got some I can't share with you, which you can well imagine. Well, I can say this, on the last game of the season, I think it was 2006, 2007 season. It was the season where Sean O'Driscoll had left and Kevin Bond took over. We'd stayed up, I think we went to Port Vale, it was. We lost the game, we're on the way back, Kevin Bond let us have a drink, so we got some on the coach, we stopped off in a pub, and we were all crammed into the back, we had the music playing. Next thing, felt something warm on my leg. Yeah, Wally was peeing all over me.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was, so I absolutely smashed him. I absolutely picked him up like an American wrestler and threw him on the ground. I did everything but beat him up properly. Yeah, I was raging. I wasn't too happy, but you know, that's just the way he was. He wasn't, it was coming out, listen, it was coming out of his own pants and onto mine, and I just couldn't believe it.
Was this on the bus?
On the bus. Unbelievable.
What did the other lads say? Were they?
Well, it wasn't happening to them, so they were buzzing, but like an idiot, I sat next to him. Next thing I felt something warm on my right leg. He was sat on the inside of me. Yeah, Wally's decided to go to the toilet on the seat, so that was the last time I ever sat next to Wally.
I was going to say. Yeah. What about your worst, you know, you get to the ground, what's the worst sort of changing rooms you've seen?
Oh God, wow. I never liked going to Bury.
Yeah.
Cold, you have to walk through the tunnel at Gig Lane, it's just open, it's concrete. Colchester, Dagenham and Redbridge, Accrington Stanley, Brentford, horrible tiny little changing rooms. I'm a big lad, I need a lot of room. And you're sharing a peg with someone, it's not ideal, but you know, they're the type of the ground you've got to go to that build character. No heating on. No. Yeah, freezing cold, showers, lukewarm, at best. Makes the manager of the opposition would always make sure he never give us hot water. So after a freezing cold January game, you had to go into a freezing cold shower. That wasn't nice.
And then you got Warren Cummins on the bus afterwards warming you up.
To top it off, brilliant. That's all you need. What a trip that was.
Right, Fletch, thank you so much for joining us and sharing those memories, and particularly the one about Warren.
Yeah, well, I had 25 years of it. Thankfully, I haven't got any to come in that respect, although I would swap it in a heartbeat to be back on the coach with the boys. Yeah, walking out at Gig Lane or wherever it was on a cold, horrible January afternoon, definitely.